Hello! Today we are going to do, a scary video for me, a video that always, causes some introspection and reflection, and frankly, some weeding out and some future video planning for me. And that is, we're going to go through all of the books on my physical TBR. So I am not going to be talking about ebooks on my TBR or audiobooks on my TBR, of which I have too many as well. But we're going to go through all of the books that I own in physical form that are eligible, that if I don't like them, I will unhaul them. So I decided not to include books that are in collections because even if I don't like them, I will keep them because I'm a completionist. That will inform some of the trends that I observed as I went through this process. But last time we went by location, so we started at one bookshelf and then kind of made our way through my house. This time we're gonna go by genre. I'm gonna go for more vibes. If you guys want more from me talking about books, I can do that. If there's any of these books that catch your eye or any of these sections that you would be interested in me doing a full video talking about why they are on my TBR, I would definitely be open to that. But I decided, I had like a few ideas and decided that this was the version of this video that I wanted to make this time. So I will be interested in your feedback of how we can do this in a couple of years from now, because I tend to do this video every couple of years. But in terms of trends I observed, so I had a lot more fantasy and sci-fi in physical form than I would have guessed, but that actually made sense when I started thinking about it, because I think in the last couple of years I've realized that my preferred format to consume those genres is physical form. I do better with them physically than I do definitely as ebook. I find that I get distracted for really long books in an ebook form. I don't know why that is. And then sometimes I do like fantasy as audio. I actually quite like fantasy as audio, but because I'm working from home for the most part these days, I don't have as much audiobook time as I used to, so I tend to prioritize nonfiction in audiobooks at this point. So anyway, I thought that was interesting to see. I have very little, relatively speaking, romance in physical form, which totally aligns with the fact that my preferred format for romance tends to be as an ebook. That seems to be the format where I best process, enjoy romance. I don't know, I would love to have enough understanding of how our brains process information in different ways to be able to reflect why I feel this way about different formats. Anyway, I also had a lot less general fiction than I was expecting. So like historical fiction, literary fiction, classics. But I think that's because so many of the books that I want to read in general fiction at this point are classics, and I'm much more likely to have those in a collection format, which I excluded from the scope of this video. So that makes sense. And then finally, I was surprised at how much nonfiction in physical form I have, but as I was going through it, I wonder if that's because some of the kind of genres of nonfiction that I read don't always get put into audio because they're a little more niche. Some of the sort of more academic books I have are probably not really widely read or have a wide interest in them. So I'm thinking specifically some of like the literary studies I have that are from academic presses. Yeah, in general, I was just surprised that I had as much nonfiction in physical form because my vast preference is for that in audio at this point in my life. So yeah, anyway, I was just surprised that I still have as much of it as I do on my physical TBR, and it makes me want to figure out how to get through some of it. Anyway, this definitely made me reflect on some projects that I think I want to work on, specifically what I'm about to film the intro for. As much of a pain as these videos are to film, I still do them because A, I enjoy watching this on other people's channels, so I figure other people might enjoy watching mine, but B, it does force me to put my hands on every book I have that I haven't read yet and think about it. And it does, suggest some ideas of things that I might want to do. I unhauled a few books as a result of this process, so I think it's worthwhile for that alone. Yeah, so without further ado, by genre with lots of vibes, here is every book on my physical TBR. Okay, that will do it for me. Let me know if you have any ideas, if there's any of these categories you'd like me to do a deeper dive on, just let me know. And yeah, I think that will do it for me. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. I have all that information listed in the description box below, and I think that that will do it. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely day today, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye!